Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is not a reading that I had planned, but it's been on my mind for several days and nights. Just the idea of a reading for the new year that brings in the energies of this year that we're leaving, which is 2023, the energies of the four directions, and then the energy that will bring us to by the end of 2024. I wasn't going to do a reading for the New Year's. I initially did a reading for Yule or winter solstice, and then was going to continue on with my 2-card daily readings just until I get my feet underneath me. But I can't get this out of my mind. So I'm going to do this reading, even though I've never done a reading like this before. And I've also been directed to use this deck by Colette Baron Reed. It is the Spirit Animal Oracle for this cusp of the new year reading. I, as always, believe that liminal spaces are where we gain and grow if we are open and watching and aware. And I think oracle cards are a pretty simple way to help us bring in or understand new energies around us. I have been working with a different deck of Colette Baron Reeds, but for this reading, with the directions, I have been guided to use this deck, and it is a gorgeous deck as well. I'm sure we will see this later in the year. This might have been my very first deck that I got of Colette Baron Reed's, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I do believe that there's a lot to be said in spirit animals. So we're going to take a look at this. This is going to eventually be a 6-card reading, though we're going to start with 5 cards. I've already opened a circle of light and love and protection around myself and anyone who watches this reading. And I am also calling in my spirit guides and guardians, the spirit guides and guardians of the collective, the spirit guides and guardians of anyone who will watch this video, whether it's today, tomorrow, this week, next week, next year, or several years from now, I guess. I mean, I hope, as with all my other readings, that I believe that when you find them, that there's something in that reading for you. So let's take a look at this deck. It's a bigger deck. It's got 68 cards, so it's a little more difficult for me to shuffle, so bear with me. I've also got my setup a little bit differently because this reading takes up a little bit more space than my 2 and 3 card readings, so it's all just a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure out lighting, so please bear with me and look more at the energy of the cards than the things I have around them. I have been doing all my readings with my amazonite and agate and my candle, but they're going back in frame for this video. So the first thing that we're going to look at is our energy for 2023. This is the energy that we're in right now. All right, so here we go. And then we're going to bring in energy from each of the 4 directions. So, East, which represents air, communication, new beginnings, growth, and inspiration. So here is air. Alrighty. And then bringing in the energy of South, which is fire, energy, passion, creativity, transformation. That is our card there. Alrighty, so the next one we're looking at is West, which is water, brings in emotions, movement, self-reflection, and release. Okay, and then we'll look at the North, which is the Earth, the energy of Earth, which is security, fertility, stability, very grounded energy, so Earth energy. And we're going to read these cards intuitively, and then I'll read from the deck as well. And then I'm going to pull one more card after we look at all of this that will talk about where we're going to end up. My idea is we'll look at this very first card, and this tells us the energy that we're at right now in 2023, at the cusp of this new year. So the card that we have is Parrot Spirit, which is watch your words. So 45. So this is a beautiful bird, a parrot. But the message says watch your words. So it's interesting. Is that watch our words in the regards of what we say to others? Is that watch our words in what we say to ourselves? Because we can say the wrong things or the right things to people, and we can make huge differences in their life. We can make their day. We can ruin their day. We can make them feel better. We can make them feel worse. But we can also do those things to ourselves. So I think right now, at this time, when we're leaving 2023, we just need to be aware of how we present ourselves, the things that we say to people around us, to ourselves, just in general, and know that, you know, we are powerful and we can make a difference, both for good and not so good for people. So let's see what the book says. This is card number 45. By the way, I love parrots. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful birds. I'm still messing with lighting, so I should try to lift this up just a little bit more so you can kind of get a look at that. Parrot spirit, and then it says, watch your words. I know, still working on lighting here. Okay, 45. So, parrot spirit, watch your words. The oracle message says, what are you saying to yourself? What message are you repeating? Is it something that makes you feel good about yourself and reminds you of your strengths and potential? Parrots mimic the sounds around them, and when parrot spirit appears, it's a time to be more mindful of your self-talk and its qualities. What do you say to others? Are you repeating what you truly believe? Remembering to speak with light and love can become a habit. Be generous with compliments and thanks, affirming all that is good so that your loving, healing words will be heard through the jungle, cutting through the noise and inspiring others. Listen for the words that remind you of all the strength, abundance, and joy in your life and in the world around you. Then repeat them, affirming what is real, true, and nurturing to the soul. The universe will reflect back to you the story you tell. Words matter, so choose ones that lift you up and inspire others to remember the beauty that surrounds us. So that's our energy that we're kind of at in 2023, right at the end of this year. Be aware of what's going on around us. Be aware of how we talk, both to others and ourselves. Okay, let's take a look at what the energy of the East has. And as I said, East is associated with air, the rising sun, communications, new beginnings, growth, inspiration. So we have groundhog spirit here, which is kind of funny because in the East we get the spring and we get the groundhog. Oh, Puxatawny Phil. Anyways, the message here says time to let go for the groundhog spirit. So let's take a look at what this card says. But, you know, I see the groundhog is something that really announces spring and announces new beginnings. I mean, how many times have we watched to see if Puxatawny Phil pops his head up and sees his shadow or not? You know, what's winter going to be like? Are we going to cruise into spring? Are we going to struggle a little bit more in the winter? So it's beautiful that we're getting this from the East, new directions, new beginnings, time to let go. So also we're letting go of what's behind us and we're ready to bring on the future. So that's what East is bringing us. Communication, new beginnings, growth, and inspiration. And we're getting time to let go. So let's look at what Colette has written about this card. This artwork is gorgeous on this deck, just really luscious. So, groundhog spirit, time to let go. The oracle message says, endings lead to beginnings and death is part of life. So groundhog spirit is here to let you know that it is time to accept the natural ending of something that is no longer serving you. We love to hold on to what is familiar, but the new needs space to arrive so growth can occur. When groundhog spirit appears, it's a sign that there is something in your present situation that you need to let go of so that something new can be born. Something that will be far better, that will far better serve you now. When the groundhog sees his shadow, he retreats to his den. So too might you yearn for a little more time to say goodbye and transition into the new. However, change is coming and it is good. So let go of your resistance. Spring brings many blessings, and what must die will always be reborn in a new form that will be right for you. Life requires change and detachment. Say farewell to whatever once served you and get ready for something amazing to take its place. Spirit is always sending it your way. Ah, that's gorgeous. So we're really let go because new beginnings are coming from the East. And, you know, the East is really associated with new beginnings. So that's a perfect card. Let's look at what the energy of the South is bringing us. The South is associated with fire, heat, warmth, the midday sun. It's energy, action, passion, creativity, transformation. And we have Sandpiper Spirit, which is be playful. And this is a lovely little card. And be playful kind of makes me think of the summer, right? I mean, that's when the days are long and bright and warm, and we want to play and enjoy the long days and enjoy the energy that we get. So this seems like a beautiful, beautiful reading, considering this is the energy of the South. So this is Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. It's good advice, isn't it? Don't take yourself too serious. Remember to enjoy yourself and have fun, because that is part of transforming and becoming something new and something better. We always constantly need to move on, but I think it's important to be playful and not to take ourselves too serious, because when we're too serious, we get bogged down. That slows us down and it impedes our growth. This is card number 51. Let's take a look at what Colette has to say here. So, Sandpiper Spirit, be playful. The oracle message is, sandpipers are like cute little clowns, poking their beaks into the sand before darting off to chase the waves. The appearance of Sandpiper Spirit is a sign that now is the time to engage in your playfulness. Whatever tasks you have before you, perform them with a lightness of being. Explore the familiar, discovering the new and the old. Who knows what treasures await you when you let yourself laugh and have fun. Sandpiper Spirit's happy and curious nature can help you feel rejuvenated as you remember your ability to run and fly and dance playfully. Well, that absolutely seems like a message of summer. That really excites me. We're letting go, and now we're allowing ourselves to be playful and just let ourselves enjoy. And when we enjoy, I think we naturally allow things to come into our life. So that is gorgeous. So let's look at the West now. West is associated with water or the setting sun. I'm a girl who loves sunsets. I love sunrises too, but I love a good sunset. It's tied to water, emotions, movement, reflection, and release. And so the card we have here is Spider Spirit, and this is beautiful. Spider Spirit says, make your dreams real. I know people don't always feel comfortable when they see a spider card. Snakes are a bit like this too for people, but spiders are gorgeous. They are creative, they are watchers, and they are transforming always. So this is a beautiful card with the energy of the West. I'm excited about it. Let's see what Colette has to say about Spider Spirit here. So, Spider Spirit, it says, make your dreams real. The oracle message is, weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then Spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dreams reality, and a Spirit will... Take but a single step to make your dreams a reality, and Spirit will take 10 towards you. For the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. That's a beautiful message. If you take one step, Spirit's going to meet you with 10 steps. So, I mean, if you put in a little effort, you stand to gain a beautiful amount. Spider Spirit arrives when you need to reminding that the awesome power of co-creation with Spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions, and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set into motion. Another message of Spider Spirit is about any creative project that you may be considering: writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Any of these things. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now if you are so inclined. Let yourself be open to abundance. So it's beautiful that we're getting creativity in the West, because creativity is normally associated with the summer, but we've allowed ourselves to be playful. When we're playful, we're relaxed, and we're relaxed, we're open. And now we're open to the creativity that can come to us. Water is also very creative. It's tied to our intuition. Our intuition is when our spirit guides talk to us and let us know about creativity. So this seems like a beautiful circle that we're getting going on here. So Spider Spirit in the West. And let's take a look at the energy of the North. North is associated with earth with the night or the midnight darkness. It's security, fertility, stability, grounded energy. And we have owl spirit. I love this card. I was driving to work the other night. There was an owl just sitting on the edge of the highway, just sitting there, not wounded, just watching. And it definitely caught my attention. So owl spirit, you see clearly now. I know some people find owls an omen that makes them uneasy. I do not find owls uneasy. They certainly are messengers. I think they do announce things to us, but I don't think that there's anything to fear in them. But it does call to you to pay attention. Owls are also associated with the night. So it's beautiful that this is coming up in the north, which is tied to the night. Very, very fitting. I didn't mention, as I'm looking at this card, I should mention, I didn't say, but I set these cards up in the cardinal directions for myself. Like this is east over here for me, and this is south for me, and this is west, and then north. So even if the orientation feels off to you, like on maps, we're used to seeing west over here and east over here. This is set up to my orientation where I'm at. But the directions know where you are, and they know what's coming at us. So, let's see, 51. Oh, nope, that's not the right card. 43. I got confused. All right, so owl spirit, you see clearly now. The oracle message is, owl spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness that we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your senses are turbocharged and you are receiving messages from all directions. Owl spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines, what is invisible to the naked eye, what cannot be heard with the ears, and what others may not be able to perceive. With all your senses aroused, you have much knowledge and availability to you. Clarity will come to you as you sit with what you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just in the parts. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all of your senses. Intuition is real and can provide you the clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. Even without this book, even without this card and this message, I think people are aware that we are getting messages, that we are starting to see much more clearly than we did a year ago, 2 years ago, definitely more clearly than we've seen 4 or 5 years ago. And the owl is telling us to trust what we're seeing. Trust yourself. Don't necessarily listen to what you're told. Look around you, know what you see, what you feel, what you hear, what your inner sense tells you. And remember, in the dark, which is associated with the north, the owl can see clearly, and you too can see clearly if you trust your intuition and your senses. So this is a beautiful reading so far. We've looked at what 2023 has us, which is telling us, you know, watch our words because we can make a difference, and it can be a good difference or it can be a bad difference, and it can be that difference for ourselves and for others. We're bringing in the time to let go, but also the time of new beginnings. Then we're getting playfulness in the summer, which is gorgeous. Playful, relax, be open, enjoy yourself. And then that's all going to culminate with the energy of the fall, which is spider spirit and creativity. Trust the messages you receive. Trust the things that you're meant to create. These are part of you and why you're here. And then we get back to the north and we see the owl spirit and we see things so much more clearly now. So at this point, we've looked at 23 in the 4 directions, and I want to say that I definitely believe that Spirit is working with us all the time. Spirit is in every one of these cards. So I'm not pulling a Spirit card directly, though sometimes I would in a 5-card reading. But I just believe Spirit is working it all the time through these cards. Now, I'm just shuffling. I want to shuffle the deck 3 times. 3's my jam. And then I want to pick a card that's going to show us where all of this is going to bring us to for 2024. So this is our end of 2024 card. Alrighty. Sorry, I set this down wrong to start with. So here we go. Whew, I'm a little nervous and excited to see what this card has for us. Okay, Let's take a look. Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. So this is card number 6. We have a beaver here, which is interesting. This is card number 6, and this is the 6th card of our reading. I don't normally pull 6 cards. I'm tied to odd numbers most generally for my readings, which is kind of odd because I'm doing a daily 2-card reading. But besides that, the 6th card is number 6. It is Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. We know that beavers are dam builders. I remember being a child and playing along the riverbanks and seeing the beaver dams, and my dad would kind of cuss a little bit and say, oh gosh, you know, they're going to mess up the flow of that creek or that river. But they are incredible builders. And I find this to be a really positive card because we have gotten release and new beginnings. We've gotten playfulness. We've gotten creativity. We've gotten our open intuition. And now we're getting lay a solid foundation with the builders, the great builders, the dam builders, the constructors. I think this says we've laid a solid foundation and we are bringing in something beautiful in 2024, or by the end of it anyways. Everything takes time, you know, don't rush the process. Be a part of it, enjoy it, and learn while you go. All right, let's read what this card says. So 6, Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation. The oracle message is, Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about the power of living within you that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish a sacred connection to the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Knowing that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you will be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy, and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate. Use all your resources and have the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for which spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Remember, here we had take 1 step towards, and spirit will take 10 steps towards you. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life and the way your heart desires. Ooh, I actually got a little emotional reading that. Sorry, try not to be sappy. I just think this is a beautiful reading. I think it's positive. I think it can give us a lot of hope for what we're going through, because the world has been tough and times have been hard and there's a lot of change going on. But this is giving us a lot of hope. We know where we're at. We know we need to watch our self-talk. We know we need to watch how we talk around others, because we can build people up and we can help them become more just as we help ourselves become more. We can release and then allow ourselves new beginnings. We can allow ourselves to be playful and have fun and enjoy ourselves. And when we do that, we allow creativity to come in. And with creativity, we build something brand new with our open eyes and our intuition, and then we end up building something beautiful with a gorgeous foundation that is strong and secure based on our desires, our creativity, and our intuition. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I'm thankful that I listened to those messages I was getting to do this. I certainly was not. I hope you found this reading helpful or connected with it in some way. Maybe you want to bookmark it and look at it at the end of, the same time next year, at the end of 2024, and see if these things apply to you in a different way than they did before. I would love to hear any comments you have about the reading. I would love to hear any comments you have about the deck or the cards. I appreciate all the likes that I'm getting for my videos. I appreciate all of the views that I'm getting for my videos. It's really been very encouraging. So thank you so much. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me. Have the best new year. Blessings to you all.